All right, everybody. Thanks for joining another episode of Beers by the Ivy. Today, we're talking a little baseball playoffs. Jake's a big, hardcore Yankees fan. I'm a diehard Cubs fan, hence the podcast name being Beers by the Ivy. Cubs are out, so I'm all butthurt, but we're still going to talk baseball. And then, of course, we're going to get into each football game of the week, and we're going to choose our picks based on the lines. Jake, what's going on, man? Did you win baseball today, your softball league?
Yeah, so I'm playing today I play for my ship. So like Navy commands all ideally get their own team to play against. We beat the ever living shit out of the dude we were playing against out of the team. So wasn't even close, but it was fun. Had a good time. Game actually ended like an hour earlier because we played like two games back to back and we just run ruled them both times. So it is what
Nice.
that happens.
I love it, dude. I
Kind
love
of
checking out your Facebook because you're always like posting your championship pictures.
always, yeah. Kind of did some scoreboard watching for MLB while we were out there.
Of course.
Two sweeps already, Tigers. So congrats to Tigers fans because I don't think anybody, if
No
you would have
one.
told me at the beginning of the season that not only would the Tigers make the postseason, but they would sweep the Astros at home, I would have just fucking laughed at you because that roster is garbage. But hey, baseball is one of the most romantic sports, and it's about getting hot at the right time. Uh, they did it. They have AJ Hinch as their manager, who has that playoff postseason experience. A lot of time in October for him. So who knows what they do going forward. I love some of the pitchers they have. Tarek Skubal, especially, he's one of the players I had marked like on the deadline. Like there's no way he's staying in Detroit. Every single year, there's a couple pieces you're surprised that don't move. I think last year the Royals didn't really move a whole lot of people, which was surprising because they were I think they finished 43 and 87 or something like that, like well below 500. So what a turnaround for them to come back and win their sweep the Orioles in Baltimore. So if you're a
Uh,
Royals fan, congrats, sticking that up.
On that series, either or, but the number one team I was not rooting for this offseason or postseason was the Astros. Not because of like their past, it's because I hate indoor baseball for the postseason. To me,
Yeah.
baseball should be cold, miserable, October, damn near snowing. I want the romanticized playoff baseball. And the years of the Astros, and I think what Texans last year indoors, it's just not. I just hate. I won't watch it. It's just unwatchable for me. So any team with outdoor stadium at this point.
So you're rooting for the Mets and the Mets and Brewers series.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. And the Brewers, Cubs. So I'm not gonna root for the Brewers, but I'll root for the Royals going forward. It's hard for me to root for the Yankees because now like Rizzo's hurt, from my
Yeah.
understanding.
A lot
But
of people hate us because they ain't us.
yeah, well,
You know, it is what it is.
yeah,
To me,
you've been a
that's part of
Yankees
being a
fan
Yankees
since you've
fan.
been born, so
I was born, so I was born, and my dad was like, "You're a Colts fan, you're a Yankees fan, and you're a Pacers fan. Deal with it." So
I mean, literally, I've known you since you.
one year when I was a kid, I wanted to root for the Bucks because we used to vacation down there in Tampa a lot.
Yeah.
And I kind of like I just like the logo and the color scheme, like that was it. And they win the fucking Super Bowl. So my dad's like, "You're never rooting for a team but the Colts again." So from then on, and this wasn't like recent Super Bowl Tampa. This was like I think
Yeah,
2004 when they won it.
right.
And then the Colts went on and win it 2 years later against the Bears. Suck it. Um,
All right, then
but
other
yeah,
wild card games, we got the Braves, Padres, 0-0, top of the first.
I got 1-0 on my top of
Is it
one.
1-0? Okay, cool.
Yeah, Atlanta went up. I'm
How
really rooting
much?
for Atlanta. I got a lot of friends that are Atlanta fans, so I like the fact that they had that uh like the split doubleheader with the Mets the other day. And there's so that was one of the coolest things watching that breakdown because there's so many scenarios like if one team wins both, then the D-backs are in. If they split it, they're both in. But then of course like they're division rivals, so they play each other hard all year long. And like how sweet would that have been for one team just like sweep it? I'm not saying I was rooting one way or another. Personally, I hate the Mets. I think Mets fans are obnoxious.
You're a
Uh,
Yankees fan.
so I would have loved to see the Braves just go pummel both of them. Uh, really, one of the biggest like I don't. I'm just gonna leave it at that before I say something really dumb. Uh,
Dude,
I don't I don't like the Mets.
I mean, I know I run a podcast or whatever, but I'm just so out on baseball because the Cubs have just been so pathetic the last 2 years.
Yeah,
So,
and I get that, but
I mean, I'm gonna watch probably like as it gets further, but I just needed time off. I watched the post, uh, press conference of the players and stuff and the manager, and I was just like, oh my God.
yeah, that's kind of how I feel about the Colts every single year now.
Yeah,
After
exactly.
that,
Like clean out your locker and get out, and like what changes are we gonna make? That's where we're at.
yeah.
All
So
right.
moving on to round two, you're going to see Tigers and Guardians. Personally, I like Cleveland in that series. I do think it's going to be close. It's going to be a battle. Um, that might come down to that's a 5 game series, right? They do 5 games
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
division.
five. Yeah, it's 5 games.
That might come down to game five. Not gonna lie, the Guardians hit really well, one through nine. Um, you're gonna see a lot of competitive ABs. Royals secure their spot against the Yankees. Obviously, you know who I think is gonna win that series. I would not be surprised if the Yankees win it in three
Do you
games.
think let's just cut the chase. Like, do you think Yankees can actually win the World Series this year?
No, but I will avidly root for them.
Okay. So who do you
Um,
think is do you are you
I
thinking
think
they're
we can. I think we can make it to the World Series.
well shit, if you can make it there, you can win it. I
If
mean,
you can make it, you can win it. Yeah. One team I'm fucking terrified of right now is the Padres. Actually, two teams, the Tigers and the Padres. Those are two of the hottest teams down the stretch um, over the last like 60 games. I don't want to play the Padres. I'm not gonna lie. Last night, Tatis absolutely pimped first inning. I think it was a first inning blast against the Braves.
and
I don't want to play the Padres.
that's a long flight.
Yeah, that's a long flight, lots of travel. I would like to see a Yankees and Phillies rematch if possible because
I want to
I've
see
got
that.
friends that are Phillies fans and friends that are Braves fans. Those are pretty much the only two NL teams I fuck with. I would love to see the Dodgers get swept. Round the first round they start playing in, 1 seed, home field advantage, swept. I would love that.
Well, just baseball comes down to like toughness and intelligence, and sometimes the fancy teams don't have that.
Yeah, and the Dodgers did all that money dumping this season, and everybody's talking about how great Otani's season is when he's only DHing. He's not playing any of the field. He's not adding that defensive value. He's not pitching this year. Like if he's pitching and he's putting up these numbers, I understand it. Give him the MVP, no doubt. Um, but I don't. If he played in the AL, I don't think he'd be the MVP this year. I think it would go to Aaron Judge. I think Bobby Witt Jr. has a stronger case for the AL MVP than Shohei Ohtani would. It's not going to come down to that though, so it is what it is.
I'm just excited that baseball finally got some of their stars like Otani in the playoffs, not sitting on the sideline.
Yep.
Like
I mean,
that's what the sport needs, right? I
the
mean,
Yankees missed the playoffs last year, so I am extremely happy.
yeah, I mean Cubs, I think it's like years in a row at this point, but
Yeah, the Yankees went from missing it last year to winning their division in a race down the stretch and then taking the 1 seed in the American League. So I'm stoked about that. The Bronx is crazy, crazy atmosphere in October.
yeah, dude, it's gonna be nuts. And the
So
Yankees, like they've been so up and down in terms of them making the playoffs recently. Those tickets are gonna be so damn expensive, and it's gonna be absolutely rocking.
yeah, I would love to get up to a game, but with my work schedule, I'm not going to be able to take leave and get up there. So it
I
sucks. I'm
mean,
watching from home
and
now.
well, you can save yourself $1,000 too.
Yeah,
That's probably what I mean.
you're only
Seriously,
hey, you're $5 in a dream away from winning 17,000. $5 in a dream, and my dream almost came true.
what
Uh,
is that? I don't get it.
over last weekend.
What happened? What do you mean?
I did a first touchdown parlay.
Okay.
Um, I think it was 4 legs, and the only losing leg was I had Anthony Richardson score the first touchdown at Pittsburgh and
Uh-huh.
Indy,
Well,
but JT
interesting.
scored it. Uh,
Yeah.
but I had Derrick Henry to score the first touchdown. I had Derrick Henry over like 100 yards rushing or something like that. And then I had the first touchdown pick in Seattle and Detroit. But that's four legs right there that it was like bet 5 to win 17 and a half.
Jeez.
I just threw it up there to fuck around because I had some like bet credit. I was like, whatever, I don't need it.
I mean, that's what you got to do, right? I mean, that's the name of the game. Is bet little, make a lot.
Bet little, make a lot. A couple weeks ago, it was a $5 bet, won 2,500. So
Really? That's awesome.
yeah, 9 leg, 2 sport parlay, two
I,
sports.
dude, I had some buddies in college. They got a little too dangerous, but they'd be betting and adding like women's Australia tennis. You
Yeah,
know,
that's you get down bad when you get hot and it's like, fuck, what can I bet on? You're scrolling through and it's like women's Olympic curling. I don't know what the fuck I'm betting on, but give me over 6.5,
yeah,
and
yeah, exactly.
you see the money flowing in. So that's when you
24
know you get a
hour.
problem. They have numbers you can call for that. So
There you go. All right, let's get into the NFL schedule. We're gonna go through each of the games, pick, and a little bit of analysis. Once again, this is Beers by the Ivy. We're just about having a good time shooting the shit. All right, first game, Thursday night matchup: Tampa Bay, who's been on fire, versus Atlanta, who actually looked pretty good yesterday. -1.5. Jake, I'll give you the floor. Who you taking, and maybe why?
can we stop putting shitty fucking teams on Thursday night? Like it's or move the game to Friday night so the bad teams have more time to recover and make this more competitive. I'm tired of
Who
watching
do
the
you,
Falcons. I fucking hate the Falcons. I really hate the Buccaneers too, to be honest. I'm going with the Bucks. I'm taking the Bucks both ways. I'll take their spread. I'll take their money line. I'm taking over 43.5 in this game.
All right, so Bucks 3-1. They've had one terrible game. Other than that, Baker's looked incredible. Probably the best he's looked all his entire career. Falcons 2-2. Dude, Falcons have not played terrible though.
No, but the Buccaneers fucked me on a parlay because they couldn't beat
Well, now you got some
picks and the
emotion in you. Let's
Broncos.
see. Uh, Falcons embarrassingly lost to the Steelers. They should have won that game. They beat the Eagles, who I think the Eagles are pretty solid, and then Falcons barely lost to the Chiefs. That game was a little bit further than what the score was, though. And then they also won against the Saints last week, which I still feel like the Saints are kind of fake. Um, yeah, I mean, give me the Bucks too. I think they just have a better squad, and they're kind of rolling. And I'm pretty sure the Bucks defense is pretty good this year.
My main beef with the Falcons is other than week one, I have not predicted a single one of their games right. So
Well, dude, the Falcons
see if I can
are. I
break the
mean, I don't know
trend.
if you have ever listened to Colin Cowherd, but he always bets on the Falcons and loses on the Falcons.
Yeah, I just can't. I can't get a read of on. You think Kirk Cousins prime time with his track record, Bucks is an easy read here.
I know,
Uh,
but he's played good this year in the prime time.
I mean,
I
yeah,
know. I like Kirk
small
Cousins though.
sample size.
I like
One
him though.
one prime time game, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like him. Like, I like him as a person. You know what I mean? Like, I like him, but he's the guy I root for. Like, if he won a Super Bowl, I'd be excited for him. All right, so we both got the Bucks. 1.5. That's a pretty tight one. New York Jets versus Minnesota. I'm gonna kick this one off. That was the most embarrassing loss by the Jets last week. I mean, that is just ridiculous. Losing to the Broncos like that. What was the final score? 10-9. They didn't, I
And
mean, they
nine.
didn't, I mean,
I'm
that
not
was
gonna
just
lie. I so first off, recap to last week. If you listened to 2 weeks ago's episode, I
uh
told you I said the Colts are beating the Steelers.
Yeah, you
Lock
did.
it in.
You
I
said
said lock it in. After the Colts barely beat the Bears, I said lock it in. The Colts are beating the Steelers. Steelers are a bad football team, and Justin Fields played bad football against the Colts. The Colts won. So I blacked out. Um, I don't I don't remember anything that happened
Yeah, I did this. Don't worry, dude.
in
Don't
that
worry.
Broncos game. I don't even remember the fourth quarter of the Colts game, to be honest, but that's a topic for another day. I saw the final score, 10-9.
Yeah.
That's just an embarrassing stat line. The Broncos do have like a sneaky good defense. They got a lot of good pieces. I love PS2, Pat Surtain. I really thought that he was going to get moved at the trade deadline
They
this
didn't trade
year,
him, dude. They didn't trade him.
or trade in the offseason for like draft picks to kind of help like rebuild what they're trying to build there. And then they make him like the highest paid corner in NFL history. So
Well,
I'm
I think Sean Payton just sees that he has enough there, and there's no reason to do a full rebuild. You
I'm
know. But yeah, New York versus Minnesota. Like, this is one of those things. Like, I think Minnesota's. I don't know if Minnesota's even for real yet, and I said that on
yeah.
Sunday. I'm not
What
convinced.
terrifies me is the 2.5 line because you think 2.5, you think, oh, that should be an easy read. Normally games like this, Vegas has something, it's a trap game. Something is awry. Um, with the
Give
way it is right, and is it 9 a.m.? Oh, it's in London.
It's London. Yep. Give me, give me Minnesota. Give me Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm taking Minnesota
I
money line.
think,
I'm taking them spread. I'm taking over 40.5 in that. I think it might be closer to 50.
yeah, give me Minnesota on this one. I think they just have a better team, though Aaron Rodgers could all shock us. All right,
I'm
next
done. I'm
game.
done down. Oh, Darnold revenge game. Easy. Yep. Vikings.
Scene Ghost. All right.
Vikings by 40.
Well, the over-under is 40.5, so maybe you got something there.
No,
Carolina versus Chicago at Chicago.
this hurts. I'm gonna take the Panthers. I'll take their spread. I'll take their money line. And then on top of that, I'm going to take under 41.5 was
Yeah,
the total.
Chicago's -4. I cannot believe like Chicago's just not that good of a team, but they definitely have a better roster than Carolina.
They have a better roster. I'll take the veteran QB. He's seen a lot, done a lot. It's in Chicago, so that should give them the edge, make Caleb Williams a little bit more comfortable. But Panthers have been sneaky, man. Panthers
I
have been
know,
sneaky.
dude. I like Andy Dalton for a couple games a year. I mean,
Red
come on,
Rifle,
man.
man. This could be one of his games.
I'm gonna take the Bears though. I just feel like they have a better roster, and he did throw I think a touchdown or two last week, Caleb Williams. So give me the 4 points. All right, next game, Baltimore versus Cincinnati. Cincinnati better play well. It's -2.5. Baltimore just came off a rout against the Bills, who were debatably one of the better teams in the
Yeah.
league prior. I mean, they still are, but you get my point.
I
Uh,
see
Be-
this. I see this being kind of the same. I'll take the Ravens spread. I'll take their money line. I'll take over. Oh no, I'm taking under 48.5 this game.
I'm taking, yeah, give me the Ravens again. Lamar Jackson. Though Lamar Jackson's not as good in his division than when he's outside his division, but give me the 2.5. Better
Yeah,
team, better coach team, tougher team. Bengals are a lot of talk. They've really never achieved anything. They went to the Super Bowl, but they lost.
my main pick with the Ravens is I think they can get up to an early lead, and then when you get into a lead and you have Derrick Henry in the backfield, I think last week really exposed how they're going to use him, given he had 75 of his yards from one run. So like throw a little asterisk in there for his stat line. But still, I think he had like 254 like all-purpose yardage. He literally like saved my fantasy team because I had Rasheed
Oh,
Rice and then somebody else who got hurt like and got me like no points. I had like two people who dropped goose eggs and then like Kenneth Walker and Derrick Henry like won my fucking week for me.
that's what it's about, dude. That's what it's about.
So
But yeah, I mean, I just once again, yeah, Lamar Jackson's also like incredible. He's incredible in a lot of areas. I'm gonna break down his tape. I plan on getting that out this week. So. All right,
nice.
next game, Miami, New England. I'm sure everyone's gonna watch it. New England's -1.
If I could pick one game to just like disappear from sports like for the week, like just give both teams a bye week. Honest, there's no fucking point in seeing the Dolphins play without Tua because they can't find a fucking quarterback. Tyler Huntley is awful
Give
with
me,
anybody
yeah,
but the Ravens. I don't know what's going on.
give me New York or give me New England
I'm taking yep, New England at home.
for
This
set.
I'm actually I'm gonna do something shocking here. I'm gonna go over 36.5.
Good luck.
I think that Miami's gonna get some weird like turnover from maybe Ramondre Stevenson fumbles, good field position. Jason Sanders knocks in a couple field goals. Um, and then I think that New England, they're just going to be able to move the ball.
So you're saying that there's both teams are gonna essentially at least score two touchdowns and then more points on top of that.
I mean, I could see the Dolphins putting up 12 here and then New England covering the rest.
Okay.
Pick
All
six,
right.
probably a pick six for New England. If I would take a defensive touchdown this week, it would be New England.
All right. Well, we'll talk Sunday because
Well, well, I'm not drinking this Sunday like I did last weekend, so I'll be there.
yeah. Well, it's so funny. The Steelers fans always show up to Indianapolis.
Oh yeah, from what I remember from that game, there's a lot of terrible towels.
Yeah, wait till we get to that because I got to talk about Anthony Richardson again.
Uh,
Cleveland, Washington. Washington's -3. Question for you though: Is Washington for real?
I don't know, but right now they're a fucking wagon, and I'm not doubting them. I think that this will be a little bit of a tougher matchup for them. Miles Garrett is a game record. I said it when we first started doing these. He's one
Yeah.
of the best defensive players in the league.
Oh yeah.
Um, you have to double team him every single play. You have to take account for where he is on the D line. That dude's a menace. So, with that being said, the Browns fucking suck, and I'm taking the Commanders.
I actually thought the Browns played pretty good last week, and I thought that Deshaun Watson actually was kind of showing out a little bit. He had a touchdown get called back. I don't know if the Washington's for real. They just seem young. They do have a really good head coach, and I'm spaced on his name, but then they have the offensive coordinator from
Who, Washington?
yeah,
Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn, and then their offensive coordinator is
Cliff
Who's the
Kingsbury.
yeah, there you go. So that's pretty like two head coaches in their second go around, part of a team. I'm gonna go Cleveland -3. This is the NFL.
Well, Cleveland would be +3 on this one
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, +3, yeah.
because
Washington -3.
Washington's favored.
Yeah,
You're
so
playing it.
give me the 3 points and we'll see what happens.
Who are you taking to win at Cleveland?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they'll win. I actually think they played pretty good last week, and I was just watching because Deshaun Watson was a free agent in my fantasy league, so I was
Hmm.
trying to figure out if I was going to pick him up and then play him this week. Someone else picked him up, but nonetheless. All right, Colts Jags. I got to go on a rant real quick.
Go
Is
ahead.
I- Anthony Richardson, dude, like I already told you in the very first episode of us doing this, like I'm just so done with the injuries and I don't have the patience. Flacco goes in there, he makes a few good reads, and I'm like, now we got another waste of a season where we can definitely win games, but we're gonna have this quarterback up and down the whole year. And well, we're gonna have an older quarterback win games, and then we're gonna have a younger quarterback in and out of the lineups, show flashes, and we're gonna have the same repeat season we had last year.
I think for me, what hurts is you'll see what Richardson can do. You'll see the throws he can make, and you'll see somebody come in and try and make the same throw. And like it get like he had Flacco had a throw in the end zone that should have been picked. I don't know how the fuck guy didn't catch it. But that's the difference is the timing and the ability to throw it hard enough. What I will say about Flacco is he threw a very friendly ball this weekend, as soon as he came in.
So
So
friendly, touch and
it
everything. It looked like an
yeah,
NFL ball. I mean, Richardson's throwing 50% dude, that is horrific for the National Football League.
yeah.
It gotta at least be
But
in the 60s.
before he got hurt, we were about to fucking blow that team up. Like they were fixing to get 40 hung on them. We were driving down the field at will. I don't think we had any negative plays in any of the drives that Richardson was in. It was going to get pretty sloppy for them. Um, is he
They
even playing this
no,
weekend?
we don't know. I'm reading it right now. He had his pads on today, oblique injury. There's no official report. Um,
And is this anything about JT? Because
uh,
I literally just found out today that he wasn't playing the whole entire game.
he's he got enough fancy points, that's for sure.
Well, that's kind of why I didn't know. Well, kind of blacked out in the fourth quarter, and then he had like 22 points for fantasy.
I
So
think he's playing. I don't see anything that's saying that he's not playing.
if I'm gonna do something crazy here because the Colts haven't won in fucking Jacksonville and I think like 12 years, I'm taking the Colts money line. I'll take their spread, and I'm gonna take over 46.5. I think this game could get out of hand pretty quick. Jacksonville looks really bad. They look really bad.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they go to Europe, somewhere in Europe next week, and they have like they're there for 2 weeks, and if
Yeah, that's
they
their
li-
second home stadium. Those 2 weeks, I don't give a fuck who they play. I'm taking the Jacksonville Jaguars. Their record in London is insane.
yeah, but if they lose both those games, I could see them firing their coach.
Dude, Doug Peterson's on the hot seat right
I'm
now.
just telling you, if you go abroad and lose both those games where the owner is like from or whatever, you could easily
Yeah, I
lose
mean
your job.
that'll put them at
So you're
potentially.
taking the Colts +3.
I'll take the Colts +3. I'll take them to win straight up, and I'm taking the over 46.5.
Dude, if Flacco plays, I'm taking the Colts. If Anthony Richardson plays, I'm taking the Jags.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry to be that, you know, sorry to be that crazy. All right, next game, Buffalo, Houston. Buffalo's -1.
I
I don't,
hate the fact that this is at 1 o'clock, so I really want to watch this game.
oh,
Uh,
because you're gonna be watching the Colts or something, or you got
you'll have the
something.
goals on. I actually might. I might put this on my third monitor, just like straight up.
I I mean, once again, any team in the NFL that's good that gets their ass kicked, I mean, go with them the next week. I'm taking Buffalo -1. That's easy for me.
Well, the Texans also got their ass kicked, didn't they?
Yeah, but it wasn't as bad though. Let me look at the score.
Wasn't it a fucking? I thought they got blown out by the Vikings.
No. Oh yeah, they did. No, no. They won last week 24-20 against the Jags. It was a close
Oh,
game. It was a good fight
oh,
game.
I'm thinking of the week prior. Never
Yeah,
mind.
the week prior. So yeah, definitely give me Buffalo -1 after
Yeah,
the embarrassment. I mean, it was a primetime game,
I
but
had I had Bills both ways and over 47.5. I just think they have a really good fucking roster this year. I don't think that game against the Ravens was any. The Ravens just got to a lead and did exactly what everybody thinks they should have done, like before the season started. I don't think that the Ravens are going to finish with more than 5 losses. I would be shocked if they finish with more than 5 losses with the roster they have, unless they have some like crazy injuries down the stretch.
I mean, I said this on Sunday. Like, I would be excited if they won the Super Bowl. Like, I really like their team and I root for
I
them
think
hard.
I would like to watch them in the Super Bowl. I don't know if I'd be excited if they won or not. Mainly because Lamar has not historically had like a great postseason success.
Well, that's why it's like Peyton, you know, it's like some of these guys who struggle early, but then they win as they get older.
Yeah. One of the best Super Bowls I watched recently, and I just saw like clips of it again, it's why it made me think of it, was the Bengals and Rams. That was such a fun Super Bowl to watch. The throws Stafford was making, the throws
Dude,
Burrow
I
was
love
making.
Stafford. I love Stafford.
Yeah. Those two were going off. And it's like the most underrated Super Bowl recently too. So
Wait, did you choose Buffalo or Houston?
I went Buffalo.
Okay, all right, good.
Mainly because I want the Texans to lose and us to win, and all of a sudden it's like, you know, division's gonna be tied up at that point. No, they'll still have the lead, but tie for first. Wishful thinking.
I like it. No, I think Buffalo's gonna win that one. Vegas versus Denver. It's
Another game that could just fall off the face of the earth and nobody would fucking notice.
minus 2.5. Can Bo Nix score a couple touchdowns? He's on my fantasy team. We need him to.
Yeah.
Let's see. Devontae Adams just requested a trade. I don't think there's any more news on that front. But yeah, give me a Denver has better coaching. So give me Sean Payton's better. Give me Denver.
I wouldn't be surprised if Devontae Adams straight up doesn't play. Like if they know they're gonna trade him, if the like front office says, yeah, we're gonna trade him, they probably won't play him. What's the point in risking? Because then you have somebody's injured and you owe him. He has a huge cap hit. He's making a big contract. He's one
Right.
of those players, just like PS2 was, where everybody was like, "Oh, he's probably going to get traded," and then they go ahead and
Yeah.
re-sign a massive deal. And he's like 30. I think he's 32.
Yeah, I
So
was trying to think today. I was gonna make a short on this, but I just could not figure out what team should trade for him. People were saying Cowboys, but everyone always says Cowboys anytime a trade comes up. So,
Jets. I think the Jets. It would not surprise me if they would not made a move for him.
dude,
Right now, with the way their wide receiver room looks, the Chiefs need to make a move for him. If they're only asking for a second round draft pick, but will the Raiders trade him interdivisionally like that?
I don't know, but I don't think the Jets like need him. I think the Jets need like O-line and basic
Aaron
shit.
Rodgers runs that team. If he wants him, he'll get him.
It's embarrassing. I don't like that at all.
It's the prima donna
That's why they
NFL.
lost 9-10 last week. All right,
Yep. I'm actually taking Raiders in that game. I'm taking them money
Minshew, eh?
line. I'm taking them spread. I'm going to take over 35.5. I think that's a really low total even for this team. Minshew magic. He's going to make something happen. Look for Jacoby Myers to go off this game. Maybe Brock Bowers.
I got Bowers on on the fantasy team, but yeah, I like
He's such a
Minshew a lot.
stud.
Yeah,
Such a
he is
stud.
good, and they're trying to get him involved in the offense more with like handoffs and different things. All right,
Yeah.
next game, Arizona versus San Francisco. San
Oh
Francisco
yeah.
-7. San Francisco rolled who they roll last week. Yeah, they rolled the Patriots. Not very impressive, but 30-13 was a good win. Arizona had, I'm pretty sure they played pretty bad last week. Yeah, they got their ass kicked
Yeah, they got
against the
smoked by the
Commanders,
Commanders.
42-14 against the Commanders. I think Arizona like should be so much better. Like I just don't get it. Like Kyler Murray's like
Yeah.
should they just should win games and they're just like a bottom tier franchise.
I'm taking Niners to win this game.
-7?
I want no, I want Cardinals plus
Yeah.
7.5. It's on FanDuel, it's plus 7.5 right now.
Okay.
If I was taking a spread, I'll take Cardinals plus 7.5. I think they're gonna score points. And I'm hammering over 49.5. I think that number is really low. Marvin Harrison Jr. is incredible. I don't know if you've gotten to watch him as much like
Dude. Yeah,
this
I
season,
mean
but he is so even on plays where he's like not making an impact, where he's not like not making a catch or something, he's fucking his dude, his footwork is incredible.
yeah, I mean like you know this, but like my family's like diehard Ohio State fans. So
Mhm.
but yeah, give me Arizona, give me the points and I look for Marvin to go you know, 2 scores or something crazy.
Bananas. I would love that. I just like watching him. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, he's unbelievable body position in terms
Hmm.
of like when the ball is in the air and where he locates himself. Like you put where he positions himself is just unbelievable. All right, Green Bay versus the Rams. Green Bay's -3.
Did Jordan Love play last week?
Yes, and they lost.
31 to 29. That's close.
Jordan Love, I think, is 0 for 2, and I think Willis is 2 and 0.
Yeah, but look at who they played.
And the Rams,
Oh shit. Oh yeah. Green Bay tried to make a late comeback in that game.
Rams, what they're 1 and 3. They've lost to the Lions, Cardinals, Bears, and they beat the 49ers, which was such a damn impressive win.
Ooh.
Um, Give me. This is a tough one. This might be the hardest one of the week because I love Sean McVay and I love Matthew Stafford. But
I did a blind. I didn't look at like injuries or anything. I did a blind pick pregame, and I put Packers both ways, and then under 48 and a half. For me, I'm just leaning on the team that I think is less injured. The Rams are just hurting. They're throwing in no names other than Colby Parkinson.
I know Cup's out, Puka Nakua's out still. Yeah, God, I don't want to do this because I like Matthew Stafford's like my favorite player in the league right now. But
Yeah.
give me Green Bay.
Yeah, I think it could be a frisky, fun game. I mean, it's definitely better than this fucking shit show that we're watching with oh damn, what was it? The Dolphins and Patriots. Like, definitely
Yeah.
better than that. But
Are you sure you don't want to put that game on your third monitor?
well, at that point, it can be on my main because I'll have that. I'll have on my main TV. I'll have NFL Ticket up, and that's not gonna be blacked out for me.
Nice.
I'm not going to be able to watch Giants and Seahawks, so I won't be able to watch Daniel Jones do his stupid fucking throws that he
Well,
makes.
that's the next game.
Whatever.
So you got Giants, Seahawks. Seahawks are minus 6.5.
Did I write that on here? I don't think I wrote it on here. Whatever. I'm
Give me
gonna
the
take
Giants 6.5. I th actually thought the Giants played pretty tough last week.
6.5 is normally a magic number for me to take a dog. Um,
Give me the
I'm taking
Giants. I like
Seahawks.
their
Seahawks
coach.
came off a tough game, tough game
I
against
th
Detroit. They played hard.
Yeah, give me the. I mean, the Giants have shown some fight. I mean, they played Cowboys pretty tough. They were getting their ass kicked by the Browns earlier in the Browns game. They come back and won. I like Daniel Jones sometimes. Like, I know he's like can be terrible, but for some reason I just root for him and I like Dayball. Oh, though
I
it's across the country though. It's in Seattle. Damn.
Yeah.
But 6.5. I mean, that's a lot of points in the National Football League.
Yeah, 6.5 is normally if I see like a dog at 6.5, I will smash that. It's just hard for me to back the Giants. I
Give
also
me
had
the
Malik
Giants.
Neighbors. I don't Giants to win it straight up.
No, give me the
Oh, plus
points.
6.5.
Yeah, give me the points and give me the Giants.
I'll go. Give me the. I want to do it, but I don't. Fuck it. Give me plus 6.5 Giants. Seahawks are gonna win it, and it's gonna go over 43.5. I'm mainly picking Giants because of Malik Neighbors. That dude is incredible.
Yeah, he's awesome. He really is. And there's a lot of scouts that thought he was the best receiver coming out.
Wait, didn't the Giants just play last Thursday?
Yeah, they did.
And then the Seahawks played the Sunday night game or the Mon no, they played Monday
They
night.
played Monday.
I'm changing my pick. Give me Giants to win this game straight up.
Okay, dude. Damn. So you started the thing with how bad Daniel Jones is. All right.
Yeah.
I love it.
Malik Neighbors.
There you go. Cowboys, Pittsburgh, Sunday Night Football at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh just came off a pretty tough game against the Colts. Dallas just beat the New York Giants last week.
Colts.
Pittsburgh's minus 2.5.
I fucking hate both these teams. I'll throw that out there. Cowboys are dealing with a lot of injuries. Like I saw their injury report earlier. Uh, Parsons, Bland. Oh shit, who else? There was another like huge name on there. No, that's not the right one.
I'm trying to. Oh, here we go. Injuries right here. Carson, Lawrence, who's the DN, Cooks, receiver, Marka
Yeah,
Parsons, linebacker, Jordan Phillips, defensive tackle.
and those are already like either doubtful out or on the IR.
Yeah.
So that is going to be hard. And then you look at the Steelers, and everybody that has questionable. Um, there's a lot to overcome in this game for Dallas. I think that I'm transparent about it. I hate the Steelers. I do think they have one of the best defenses in the league, especially when everybody's healthy. Especially when TJ. If TJ Watt is healthy, they have a top two defense. I'm not going to say if they're number one, number two. But that dude he's a menace.
I think Justin Fields is obviously like sometimes it just feels like he literally cannot throw the football and it just like takes forever. It just looks painful and just take like everything is so hard with him sometimes. But I think like last week he'll run a couple in the end zone and the team really likes him. The defense is gonna show up. Mike Tomlin at home, I'll take him.
What do you always say? It's hard to win in the league without.
It's a good quarterback in my opinion.
Well, okay, other than that,
I don't know. You
like
tell me.
every single winning team has a good kicker.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Steph Curry of the NFL who's making logo threes, Brandon Aubrey, and the Dallas Cowboys to win the game. I'll take their spread plus 2.5. I'll take them straight up money line, and I'm taking the under in this game because I think both these offenses are going to be hurting.
So you're taking the Cowboys based on their kicker.
I'm literally taking it based on their kicker. This total in this game may be at like 30 points by the end of it. I think the Steelers offense is that fucking bad. And they did absolutely nothing to help their case last weekend when they came to Indianapolis and lost.
I know, but Indy for some reason like plays teams really tough. Like you know how it is, dude. Like I'm still going with the Steelers. I'm gonna root for them. I'll see the towels. Let's get going, boys. All right.
See the towel. See the towel.
We're
But you got
moving
to
around.
think, Dallas is another one of those teams that travels well.
Yeah, but
So,
dude, that's two fan bases that are like pretty intense. It's gonna be a good game.
yep,
I see why that one's easily Monday Night Football. All right.
that's Sunday night.
Or Sunday Night Football. Sorry, yeah, which is better than Monday. I like Sunday Night Football more.
Oh, you get Carrie Underwood. It's phenomenal.
Dude, Sunday Night Football and Collinsworth, I just love. I just the whole 9 yards of Sunday Night Football is my jam. Monday Night Football, I could almost not even watch.
Yeah,
There's it just caps it off, especially when the Colts win. And you kind of go into the next window and you're just like, dude, this is awesome. And then you're just like, dude, I got one more game.
yep.
All
And then you
right.
get to start over the week of Thursday with normally a fucking shitty ass matchup.
I know, and you just got to get through days like, today being Wednesday and, Tuesday.
It's 1 day away.
Exactly. There it is. All right. Saints, last game of the week, Monday Night Football. Saints versus Kansas City at Arrowhead. Chiefs are -5.5.
This is going to be another one of my weird games where I'm going to take Saints plus 5.5, and I'm taking the Chiefs to win it. And then I'm going to take over 43.5. But what I will say is it would absolutely not surprise me if the Saints go in and they blow the doors off the Chiefs just because they've shown that they can do that to teams. If they're hitting on that deep ball, if Derek Carr is connecting with Rashid Shaheed, that offense is he's so fucking fast, dude. He gets behind defenses and the safeties don't even really know what hit him. And Derek Carr can't throw that deep ball. So
For
that's
me,
about that game.
for me, the best player in the league is Patrick Mahomes. His team is down. His team's injured right now, at least the
Yep.
receiving core. This is when he comes up and plays huge and he gets a lot of clout and a lot of noise to remind people he is the best player in the National Football League. I think the Chiefs are gonna win. The question is 5.5 too much?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Give me Saints plus 5.5. I could see it being one of those 2 point games, or maybe KC kicks a field goal, take the lead by one, like with 3 seconds left. The last game winning drive, very low scoring game. Um,
Yeah.
no,
Like put
no, over 43.5. Yeah, over 43.5 sounds good to me.
I like I had the Chiefs D, like picked them up last week to play the Chargers and I dropped them this week just because like I saw the Saints coming. I'm like, Saints can
Yep.
run the ball and throw the ball.
Yeah,
But yeah.
potential trouble. Kamara could play a huge role in this game.
Yeah, I like the Chiefs to win by like a field goal, but I don't like them to win more than 5.5. So give me the Saints plus 5.5, but give me the Chiefs to win.
No, we're on the same page there.
I know. You had the quick answer. I went for 5 minutes, but
That wraps up the week for us.
I know. You know what I'm gonna do is when I edit this, I'm gonna go back and write down who we chose. So then next week I can say like, ooh, who won, you
Yeah.
know?
Well, I've got every pick that I have on here written down already, except for Giants and Seahawks. For some reason, there wasn't a line on that game for FanDuel when I looked. That's got to be the only reason I didn't pick it. Or I just looked at that and I was like, I fucking hate Geno Smith and I hate the New York Football Giants. So
Oh, dude. Well, now I'm learning. You hate the Giants, you hate the Seahawks, you hate the Cowboys, you hate the Steelers.
I'm just tired of the Giants fucking me, man. It's like every goddamn week it feels like. Can I do something maybe potentially cool?
Sure.
Uh, I'd like to do a Thursday parlay for the game tomorrow.
Okay, hit me with it.
Um, all of my odds on they're all coming off FanDuel Sportsbook.
Okay.
Well, let me pull up TNF for the same game. So I could definitely see both quarterbacks hitting their big targets. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to a rushing and receiving yards combo, Bijan Robinson. So Bijan's gonna go. See, does it have alts up yet? Yeah, there it is. So go to Bijan Robinson, alt over, and I'm gonna go 80 yards rushing and receiving. Um, I'd like to go Baker Mayfield over 1.5 passing touchdowns, and give me Mike Evans to catch a touchdown.
So, like, if you bet $5 on that, how much do you win?
Well, the odds are only plus 415, so if you bet five, you win 20. When I'm betting games like this, I'm not only betting like $5 to win. I'll bet like 50.
Oh, Jesus. Gamblers,
So,
dude.
uh, yeah, I normally only do this when I have supreme confidence in a team, so uh,
So you're betting
I'll
on
put
the run game of the Falcons, which has been pretty good, and the pass game of the Bucks, which has also been pretty good.
I like Bijan Robinson out of the backfield.
Yeah, he's awesome.
All-purpose back. That game that they played against the Eagles, I had him and Saquon to both go over, I think 80 rushing and receiving combined, and they both blew that number out. So that's kind of why I'm leaning him. Kirk Cousins, prime time, maybe a lot of dump offs. If they don't have a running game, they're not going to win, period. So that's my
Yeah.
that Baker's a toss up, to be honest. You
Dude,
never
he's such a toss-up. He could get hit and just be out because he's like smaller. I always think he could get injured. But
Yeah.
yeah, but then the tough thing about the Bucks is you have Godwin there. In terms of targets, Godwin's got 34 in the season. Mike Evans has got 29. So Godwin's actually caught the ball more and more as well. 27 receptions, which makes sense. 18 receptions for Mike Evans. Um, and then but they both have 3 touchdowns.
Yep. I mean, I just like Mike Evans' body, no Diddy, but his body in the end zone is like prime time for me. He's a huge red zone target. Uh, and he's a veteran. He's one of them like he's overlooked, but he's like one of the most senior receivers in the league right now.
Oh, he's always been overlooked. I mean, he's been overlooked prior to Brady. He wasn't overlooked with Brady, and now he's overlooked again.
Allen Robinson was one of the overlooked receivers of the league for a while there too, and now he's kind of just like fallen off. Age caught up to him. But yeah, I'll probably just throw like 10 on that just to have something on the game and just like sit back and relax. If I can win $40 off watching that game, I don't even really want to watch the fucking game to begin with, but it's football and
I, I always put on Thursday night.
yep.
I'm way more inclined to put on a Thursday night game than a Monday night game.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
don't know why. I just feel like, because I get a lot of football with Thursday night, Friday, there's usually not football, but Saturday is big football, and Saturday and Sunday, obviously, huge football.
Yeah, big time.
So
I'm not
Monday
watching
comes
any
around.
college this weekend, obviously, because the Yankees.
Oh, I'm watching
I think
college, dude.
there might also be UFC this weekend, so I'll probably be booked up sports wise. But
Oh, I'll be watching college football. I got my IU Hoosiers going for 6-0. I'll see
who are
if
they
they can
playing
do it.
against?
They're playing against Northwestern, who Northwestern, they're not a
Oh,
good team, but Pat's I think his name's like Fitzpatrick, the coach. Like he's just a damn good coach, dude. He always can win these like tough games.
yeah, the Northwestern's one of those sneaky teams that they can win, especially in Big Ten matchups.
Yeah, they're just like they always win one game a year. That's just like sneaky because like once again they're just good coach, but they can't recruit because they're Northwestern and like they play in like a high school stadium this
Yeah,
this year. It's not even a real Big Ten stadium. It's embarrassing.
that's hilarious.
But yeah, that game's on at 3:30. But I'm trying to look, is there any other good games on the slate? Yeah, pretty quiet college football. That's why college football just struggles so much.
Yep.
Is I mean, they're just dead weeks. Alabama's playing Vanderbilt, Clemson, Florida State, but Florida State's already lost. USC, Minnesota, Minnesota's not very good. Michigan, Washington, Washington's down. Tennessee, Arkansas, Arkansas's not good. Like NFL, dude, every single week.
Any game can be competitive and
Every
anything can happen.
It's amazing that like red zone the witching hour. I mean, like I said this on
Yeah.
Sunday. You'll have like games like what was it, like Houston's game last week, super close. And then you'll have games that are like the Colts. The Colts are up like two scores, and then Steelers like start to come back.
Packers and
That-
Vikings.
yeah, exactly. It's like every single week there's the witching hour that there's like four games go down the last minute.
Yep. It's
College
incredible.
football never.
Best reality TV show that we get to watch.
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll talk if it's scripted as the playoffs come around and the Colts lose or something like that.
Lose to the Chiefs off a last minute holding call
Yeah,
when
then
their
we'll
left tackle's been freaking false starting every single play the whole entire. I could go on and on. I'm not going to because it puts me
we'll
in a
save
bad
it. We'll
mental.
save it.
Yeah, you'll get it eventually.
Oh, don't worry. We'll get into the sports conspiracy theory. I love it.
All
All right, dude. Thanks
right,
for
dude.
another episode. Talk soon.
Yep.
Thanks,
Talk
guys, for
soon. Talk
watching.
Sunday. We'll recap it.
All right. See ya.
Later.